Oh, we're live. Finally. Finally. Sorry about that on the
Are we
Big
live?
One Nation. We were having some technical difficulties. We are here though. The CEO is here. We are live. Friday night. Week 5 is upon us. What you got for us, partner?
What up? What up, world? What up, world? I mean, just another beautiful show. Another beautiful show of On the Big Dogs, and um, whoever comes on and joins us today, we will be thankful, and we will have a lot of fun. We got a packed show today, a lot of fun on the show today. So we hope that some of you not only watch the show, but you get a chance to get on the Discord and be on the show live with us, talking about these sports topics, getting into it, and having fun, either debating it, or just talking about it. You know what I mean? Not every sports topic is a debate. Some are just discussions, conversations, and some are debates. Differences of opinion. So that's what we're here to do right now, man. Welcome to another show, man. I'll get these or do you want to go ahead
I
and
got
get
it.
the
Yeah, I'll do it
sports
real
news in
quick.
there?
I'll do it real quick. So out of the NFL, Kenny Pickett is expected to play this week for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Um, he got knocked out of the game. I think that's what it was, right? Concussion last week. So he's back.
No, no. Kenny Pickett was the. It was either knee or ankle for Kenny Pickett.
Oh, okay. See. Good thing you knew it. Jonathan Taylor is all in on the Colts right now. Looks like he's expected to play, and he's looking forward to trying to make a playoff push with that team as of right now. Until something changes, Jonathan Taylor is a Colt. Randy Gregory traded to the San Francisco 49ers out of Denver. I know they were about to release him because he wasn't performing like he was on the Cowboys, but this just adds more depth to the Niners rotation. Who knows how that turns out? Because Denver signed him to a $70 million contract, so somebody saw something in him at one point. So hopefully he can turn it around with the Niners. Chase Claypool traded to the Dolphins. I don't necessarily like the trade. I don't really see the point of it. I don't know where he fits in on that team. Do you agree, real quick, or
Um, Chase Claypool, you got Mike McDaniel with somebody that fast. He's gonna find a way to use him, and so
okay?
he's not gonna be useless. If anything, his speed down the field and on those crossing routes is gonna take more attention away from Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And so
Good
if you
depth
just
too.
leave
It's good depth.
I'm about to say Chase Claypool is good enough to where if you just leave him wide open, like he's some scrub, he can burn you. It's not like, you know what I mean? Perfect
Odell
fit in my
Beckham
opinion.
Jr. is expected to be back into the lineup this week. He hasn't played at all this year. I think he played a
Yes, he
little,
has.
yeah, little week 1, right?
He played the first week and a little bit week 2. Or was it? Or did it? No, yeah, first week and then a little bit week 2. Yeah.
Okay. J.C. Jackson is back with the Patriots from L.A. And terrible news, to be honest, because this kid was having a crazy season. Christian Gonzalez is out for the season for the New England Patriots. Their star rookie cornerback that they drafted out for the year. So that team can't catch a break right now. And we'll just move over to MLB real quick. The playoffs started this weekend or this week with the wild card series. It's just a best of 3 in the wild card for the first round. And the Phillies, the D-backs, the Twins, and the Rangers make it out of the Texas Rangers make it out of the wild card round, going into the actual kind of postseason. That's when the longer series starts. So the divisional round for baseball is this weekend. This weekend, so tune in. That should be really interesting. And that's it. That's all we got for sports news, man, for the week. Any little
Beautiful.
tidbits you want to add on any of those topics before we move on?
No, no, I'm on our socials right now, just getting everybody acclimated. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the first topic right now. Let's give any if you're watching right now, giving you a second here to join in on this first topic. We're gonna talk about that surprisingly really good football game last night to spark off our conversation. So if you want to talk about this, uh, this Chicago Bears, Washington Commanders conversation, hop on in the Discord with us. If you could just give me probably about 30 more seconds, world, to and co-host
Yeah,
Mr. Gator. All right, just a second. Get this on there, and then go ahead and get this on there. Beautiful. All right. Now let me pull up the Let's see. Pull up the socials on YouTube. Are you got it up open over here on your side too?
socials.
You got YouTube up on your side?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have the
Oh,
chat
okay.
open.
You got okay, good. You got the first topic on the screen?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Fields and more. Fields, Justin Fields and DJ Moore dominate the Commanders. Do do we feel good about Justin Fields from what we seen the last 2 weeks? First 3 weeks of the season, he looked you know putrid at best,
Worst
and
QBR in the NFL.
um yeah, all those things, and then now all of a sudden he's playing really good football past 2 weeks, albeit yes, Denver Broncos defense, Washington Commanders defense, but Washington Commanders defense is not horrible. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they give up explosive plays, and they have a couple holes and lapses in the defense, but for the most part, they're pretty stout. They're pretty, they fly around, they get to the quarterback. So I just like you know, I, I like what I saw from Justin Fields, Gator.
Yeah, I was a little hard on him last night because I thought DJ Moore kind of owned everything. But the thing with Justin Fields last night is he didn't make bad decisions with the football. So I take pride in that when I see that. He didn't go out there and lose the game for them. He didn't really give the Commanders an opportunity to get back into the game, and he has done so in the past. Last week, that I don't know what he was doing with that in the Bronco game, dropped back to pack and just like dropped back to pack and just dropped the football. He had a Denver player and they returned it for a fumble recovery. I saw a nice touch on his passes last night. But DJ Moore really is the one that shined out to me last night. He went crazy. If you put him on an actual NFL, if you give him a top 15 quarterback, I feel like this dude might explode. He might be a top 10 wide receiver in this league. I feel so bad for him because of where he's been. He never ever had a good or an ideal situation. So I was more impressed with DJ Moore. I know you're gonna say the opposite, but there was some throws that I feel like Sam Howell made last night that Justin Fields did not make. So uh, I just looking. I would just watching that game. I would rather have Sam Howell as my future quarterback. I didn't know he had that dog in him. The way it's hard to tackle him. I personally think Sam Howell is a better NFL quarterback than Justin Fields, even though I did see improvement last night.
Make sure you clip yo dumb
That's fine.
behind
It's not
on
dumb.
air
It's not
saying
dumb.
Sam Howell is
It's not
better than
dumb.
Justin Fields. Just all right, put it out there and give it to the world if it's not dumb.
Oh, it'll
And,
be
and,
up
and
there
see what kind
Monday. I'll put it up
of
there
feedback
Monday.
you get. Listen, that's that, that's
That
that's
touchpad he
not
had to
even close.
McLaurin
Come on, I
was
mean,
crazy.
you know, and we had a conversation last night about this. You totally underrated that top corner touchdown throw he threw to
Oh yeah, I was
DJ Moore
trolling. That was a
last
nice
night.
throw. I was trolling. That
That
was a
was
nice throw.
you. Oh, okay. You was trolling. Okay, I was like that was amazing touch. He had missed throws, but so
It
did
was
Sam
still a
Howell. He
better catch.
overthrew
It was still a
Jahan
better
Dotson out of
catch.
bounds. I mean, honestly, the ball dropped right into his mitts. He just had to literally put his hands up and wait for the ball to come down. It was a great catch because the defense was right there on him. However, he literally had to just put his hands up. Ball dropped into his mitts. He didn't go up and do like a 50-50 ball type of catch. He didn't have to like do some type of back shoulder fall on the ground while staying in bound kind of catch kind of thing. No, it was just he ran the route, he ran through the pass, and it landed in his mitts. I thought, and that's what great players are supposed to make those kind of high intensity, normal kind of pass catches. Like so, I thought that was an awesome pass, and then he also had some other really good passes in that game, in my opinion. So I I absolutely loved what I saw from Justin Fields last night, and I'm now like sitting here like if anything, right? I left last night with more optimism about Justin Fields like projection. Like I'm more I'm more high on him than I was when I put him at the top of the NFC. What are they in the NFC South?
North.
North, excuse me. When I put him as the best quarterback in the NFC North, I was high on him then. What I saw from him last night, I'm even high on him now, and just in terms of what he could be. Like I didn't know. Like he is like you mentioned. Sam Howell is willing to stand the test of time, willing to testify, willing to he got that dog in him, like you said.
I
But
didn't know that about Sam
Justin
Howell.
Fields got that like.
No, but we know
But
that. We
Justin
know
Fields,
that. But we know that about Justin Fields. We know he's like a
I didn't know. I
physical.
didn't. I didn't necessarily know Justin Fields was a like from the words he was saying to the media, it sounded like he was mentally truly going through it. And he probably was, but to to display that you are mentally going through it and still come out on that football field, competing and playing at a high level and not turning the ball over one time, to me that said a lot to me. And no, I definitely understand what you're talking about though with Sam Howell in terms of, you know, he we knew he was okay, especially at North
Yeah,
Carolina. He was a good quarterback, but we didn't necessarily know that he was a like a low key a football warrior. Like he was out
I
there
did not
taking
expect
shots,
that. Know who he
running
reminded me of last
running.
night? The year that Carson Wentz was like running for MVP. You know how hard? Do you remember how hard it was to sack Carson Wentz that year?
He don't. You saying
Not, no,
yeah,
I'm not
but
saying like he was that good last night, but I'm saying like it brought me flashbacks to those days with Carson Wentz. You could not that MVP year on Philly when before he got hurt, the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl. You could not sack Carson Wentz. He just wouldn't go down. He just wouldn't go. He would fight through tackles like he did last night and find a way to make a play.
yeah, that's true. And look again. Like I said, before we move, I love everything I saw from Justin Fields yesterday on the ground. 11 rushes for I want to say like 59 rushing yards, um, four passing touchdowns, over 300 passing yards, no turnovers.
That was the
Like
big thing.
that.
That was the big.
That
If they cannot turn the ball over, the Bears could have won last week. They were up 21. I don't think
and
they're as
by the way,
putrid as people are saying. And I put them in that category. We're not like really thinking about them because I don't really like who's talking about the Chicago Bears. But when I sat down and really thought about it, they were in most of the games they lost, like, besides the Chiefs one, besides the Chiefs game. So, like, they very well could be 2-2 right now. You know what I mean?
mm,
So, um, they blew a 21-point lead to Denver last week. So
mm-hmm.
it's and for me, what I really know is like Washington isn't as good as I thought they were. I think their offense is elite and it's going to be elite. I thought their defense was better than that. And I don't think it was a fluke. I think they're that bad. I think they're that bad. I do. I think they're that bad.
Okay. Well, with that said, we'll move on, Christian. I think that was a great topic. I mean, look, I love what Justin Fields was looking like. What was the next one? Oh, Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson to stay on this game, right? Magic Johnson um tweeted uh what was the exact tweets?
Oh, it was
There it
about
goes.
this game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was looking forward to your like you describing what this topic's about because I missed it, so I don't know really what.
Yeah, no intensity, no fire. No intensity, no fire was his tweet. He is the new one of the new collective owners that own the Commanders now. He was
Oh wow.
present at the game up top watching it, and he said no intensity, no fire. Um from the Commanders in the first half, dug too big of a hole to get ourselves out of it, and that's why we lost the game. What to make of Magic's tweet?
I think he's
Well,
spot
first of
on.
all,
I
well, well,
agree with him 100%.
and I seen this a lot in the sports world today, watching shows. They had this all over the sports world today, and I agree with a lot of what was being said in terms of, like, Ron Rivera, for example. Ever since going to the Super Bowl from 2015 to 2023, he had one winning season as a head coach. 8 years. This is year
I don't like
nine.
him. I honestly, personally, do not like him. I texted you last night. I thought that was. I wouldn't want to play football for him. After what I wouldn't want to play football for him. I really wouldn't. I don't care how smart. I just something about it. I don't know if he can't. I don't know him personally, and I haven't been following him for as long as like I know he was when he was
I
he.
mean, he's a heck of a guy. He's a heck of a
Yeah, yeah,
dude.
yeah. He actually had the
So,
same cancer
so
my dad had. The same exact cancer in the same exact place. So and
wow.
they both survived it, so it's actually really interesting. But um, I it just when I see Sam Howell, they're down 16 points, and I see Sam Howell on a 3rd and 12 break 7 tackles and fight for 9 extra yards, and then we're going out there and kicking a field goal. To me, that's I'm sure the whole team after that play had so much momentum. Let's keep it going. I'm not kicking 3 there. And to be honest with you, that could be very well the reason why they didn't have a chance at the end. They had to fight from down 10 with under like 5 minutes left there, and it could really be because they didn't want to go for it at that point of the game. I just like when you see a quarterback do that for you, that should be right away. All right, we're going for it. We're going for it. Like we are going for it. He doesn't put his body on the line like that for me to kick a field goal. I just like as a player, I'm sitting on the sideline like we're kicking a field goal after Sam Howell just did that, and the fans are going crazy and the momentum's being. You cannot kick a field goal there. I get them.
I
I
mean,
get the metrics behind it, but that's how you lose your players in my eyes. That's how you lose. That's how you lose your players.
and look, I've seen it on both sides where you play along with the momentum and you convert the first down. You play along with the momentum and you don't convert the first down. So I've seen it both ways. I want to say it was like it was a healthy amount of time left on the clock in the fourth quarter when he did that,
It
and
was
they
the
were down.
third. It was the third, but
Oh
yes.
yeah, exactly.
End
So
of the
yeah,
third.
so
End of the third.
end of the third quarter, only down 10 points. I mean, I might have took those 3 points as well, and
I think I
to
would have under any normal circumstance, but what Sam Howell did on that play, you have to let them go for it. Like as a coach, when your players are laying it out on the line like that, you gotta go for it there. You gotta
mm,
go for it there because that could really kill the Bears. They had him sacked on a 3rd and 12 going almost. It would have been like 4th and 15, and he escapes that, gets 9 yards, puts him in a range to go for it. You convert the first down. I think is you convert the first down there and punch a touchdown in that drive. I think is way way bigger than just at that point just kicking a field goal just to keep it close. I think it has more. It's bigger than just winning the game at that point. It's just believing in your believing in your guys.
Interesting. I mean, again, like I was saying though, in the last 8 seasons, this is now nine. If he doesn't have a winning season this year, that'll be
That's
nine.
crazy.
So he had
That is
one winning
crazy.
season in 8 years as a head coach, and a lot of what sports media was alluding to is that
What winning
Magic
season
Johnson.
was that? Do you know?
I can't. Yeah, I don't know
Was it
that
the
winning
Cam
year.
Newton year?
I would assume. I don't think
Did
he's
he
had
go?
a win.
Was he the coach when they went to the Super Bowl, or
Yeah,
did he leave? Oh, then it
no,
had
he
to
was.
been that year. Had to been that year. It had to be the
Well, it
Cam
was.
Newton
It was.
MVP
It was.
year.
No, it was since that year. It was
Oh,
that
oh,
year. Since
wow,
that year, he had
wow.
one winning season. And so, um,
Oh, that was the Taylor
I
Heineke year. That was the Taylor Heineke year when they made the playoffs.
probably, but I
Yeah,
don't. They might have made the playoffs with a losing record maybe that year. No,
it's possible.
but
It was the rookie
but
year of
nonetheless,
yeah, again.
sorry, nonetheless, a lot, sports media was talking about how Magic Johnson is, he's not one of these normal dudes or just normal kind of owners that will put up with losing. He's
Oh no,
not
no,
one of those.
definitely not.
That's
I
not
love
who
it.
he is.
I love
That's
it.
not his. That's not his DNA. So it's just like it's crazy that this tweet means more than you think, and it's an interesting dynamic because Ron Rivera is Americanized all the way, tooth and nail, blue collar mentality kind of dude. And then you got just this dude hovering over your shoulders or hovering over you, saying like throwing hints out there, like yo, you better step it up. So I don't think that Ron Rivera is too fond of like the media presence of this thing, like and because he's not really one for the circus kind
He's
of
he's not gonna hear
atmosphere.
any of that. He's not gonna hear any of that.
He
He doesn't
probably
seem
not,
like he
but
has a personality.
he better hear it. He better hear it and fix it because Ron Rivera could be out of there real soon. And they was talking a lot about Eric Bieniemy, stepping in and taking over for his job. And we don't know how Eric Bieniemy will be as a head coach. We learned over
I
the
love how he's
camp.
got that offense looking so far.
We all love it. We learned over camp. We learned that the players, he's very fiery, and that the players were disgruntled about him in training camp. And it was primarily about how hard he was coaching them. And so he could very well be a great suitor for the Washington Commanders. And Magic Johnson would not hesitate to start to get that murmur going to get Ron Rivera up out of there. Because if you remember when Magic Johnson first got the ownership, when it became official, he was like, before I signed on to do this, I asked the majority owner of the bunch. This was like he has more in it. So it's like I forget how many is in this ownership group, but the top dog in this ownership group, I forget his name. He has the most money invested in the group in this organization. But he said that Magic asked him. He said, "Look, are we really going to do this?" And because I don't do anything that I do to win. I do to win. I don't do anything to lose. And so he was like, yes, like I'm in this to win, to have a winning franchise. And so Magic could get that seat real hot, real quick for Ron Rivera, 100%.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But just also remember, rookie quarterback. I'm gonna give. I know it's not technically, but I'm gonna give Sam Howell. This is his rookie year. That's
No,
what I'm
it's
gonna.
nothing against Sam Howell right now. That
No, no,
defense
no,
was looking.
no. What I'm saying is, I'm just looking at it as a whole because I don't think there's reason to panic right now. Not yet. I mean, they took the defending champs in Philly to the ropes last weekend. To the ropes. Maybe should have won that football game. So I'm not gonna panic just yet because they lost at home to the Bears. Let's let a few more weeks play out. I do
I
agree
like
with you.
Ron.
I do agree with you that it could get hot very quickly just because of the division they play in. I mean, they still got to play Philly again, Dallas twice. I don't even think they played the Giants yet. I'm not saying the Giants are going to beat them twice, but it could get hot very soon. But I'm not panicking yet because I like the direction that team. I like their offense. I have no problem with their offense except their offensive line right now. I love Sam Howell. I love Terry McLaurin. I love John Dodson. I love Brian Robinson. I love that. I like on paper that looks very well. And if you look at the stats behind all of those players,
Yeah.
they are performing. The offensive line looked garbage in the first half, so they need to make changes there. They have to make
Mm-hmm.
changes there, and the defense is not as good as we thought it was going to be. They don't have anybody on the outside, and it showed you when the Bears are throwing like that on you. I mean, Justin Fields. Let's call it what it is. I'm not saying he's horrible, but let's call it what it is. He has the lowest passing prop every week as an NFL quarterback. It's just a fact. And when you're letting Justin Fields throw for over 200 plus on you, that's a problem. It's a problem. So they got to get that figured out.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he's a defensive guy, and when your defense is letting
yeah,
getting
it's the
40
worst
points
part of their team right now. It's the
and,
worst part
and
of
he
their team right
he
now.
put up 40 points on you, and now it's because of lack of intensity, lack of fire.
Yeah,
Like what else? What are you? Why
I
why are
agree.
you the head coach right now?
I agree.
Next topic that we had as we move on, we will be talking about what is our next
America's game
topic?
of the week.
Oh yeah, America's game of the week. Oh my goodness, this is a huge one right here. We got the Niners versus the Cowboys. Now this is in Cowboy Nation,
This
right?
no, this is in San Francisco Sunday
This
night
is in,
football.
so it's in San Fran and it's a Sunday night game. So all eyes will be on this one game at the same time. So that's very, very fun. I mean, what to make of it? What are your predictions?
Outside of the Bills Eagles, the Bills Dolphins game, this is probably the biggest game of the season so far. Only because of the NFC race. We know there's only really three teams. I like the Detroit, but they're not. I wouldn't put them in the contender race right now. They'll probably win the North, but I wouldn't say they're one of the three favorites to win the NFC. It's right now. It's Eagles, Niners, Cowboys. It's whatever way you want to put them. Those are the three contenders right now. So this is big on multiple reasons. One, the Niners can take basically a 3-game lead over the Cowboys for the number one seed in the NFC. Because they'll be 2 games ahead of them plus tiebreaker since they beat them. And for the Cowboys, it's not. We're not even talking if they lose this game. It's now. This is a really big game for the Cowboys because not only are they in danger of being falling 2 games out of the NFC race, they're in danger of falling 2 games out of the NFC East race. The Eagles have not lost yet. They're the team that's going under the radar right now. It's a team that nobody's talking about. Everybody's looking at them like yeah, they're 4-0, but we need to see more. But they're winning. They're finding ways to win. It don't matter. So I think it's a bigger game for the Cowboys than it is the 49ers. I think they can afford to lose. Then I don't. Obviously, they don't want to. This is a huge win. It would propel them to at least. If they win this game, I'm gonna be honest. If they win this game, they're 100% getting the 1 or 2 seed. I don't see the Lions or I don't see the Lions or the winner of the NFC South passing them up. So like this is a really big game for them. I think it almost guaranteed. I know it's early in the season, but I'm just thinking realistically and how the divisions are in the NFC. Period. This really could guarantee them at least a 2 seed in the NFC.
Well, my prediction in the what is that? The NFC West, right? With 49ers in?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had the
Uh,
Seahawks.
my prediction is the Seahawks, and they're 1 game behind right now. So,
Yeah.
this is huge for the 49ers in my opinion too.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Seahawks are right behind us.
I told you that these Seahawks was going to try to have a great season, and it looks like they're on tap to doing that. And so it's like, don't sleep on the 49ers not winning the NFC West. Now, do they still, make a playoff run? Of course. They got a playoff caliber football team. That is the type of team. If you want to go into a playoff with any roster, you want to go into the playoffs with the 49ers roster. But it's just like I feel as though as a regular season, you got Debo is already starting to, get his nicks and bruises. You got Brandon Ayuk is already starting to get his nicks and bruises. You
Ayuk's
know,
fine. Ayuk's good now. Debo
what do
is
you say?
Debo is hurt. Debo's hurt.
I mean, Ayuk had to sit out. What is that?
It was
Two
it was
games?
it was just it was just a bruise. He's fine. He's fine. He played the
Okay, I'm
full
just
game, no
saying.
setbacks. He's fine.
Okay, I mean the Knicks and bruises are coming up. God forbid with Christian McCaffrey with these 25
Oh,
plus touches a
don't
game.
say that. Don't say that. Don't do
I
that.
threw
Don't
the
do that.
God forbid out there. I threw the
Don't even
God forbid.
speak that juju. Don't
I
even.
threw the God forbid out. I threw the God forbid out there. So it's just like So with this team, because they're so physical and they play so physical on both sides of the ball, you got some nicks and bruises coming. Like God forbid, but that's just football. That's the nature of the game, and they're going to start to as the season wanes, they're going to start to, be more focused about making a deep playoff run. Um, and Seahawks are going to be right there, flying high, trying to steal that division. So this is a big game for the 49ers, too, to try to keep the Seahawks at bay. This is huge, huge, huge. Both teams are turned up right now. Both defenses are dominant and turned up right now. This all eyes are on Dak, right? Like Sunday night game, there's no other football game on. Dak
The eyes
Prescott,
are always on Dak at this point, right?
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
you got but I don't disbelieve in Dak. A lot of people
Oh
disbelieve
no,
in
yeah,
Dak.
no, no.
Like, there's a lot of people out there who genuinely disbelieve in Dak, and I'm not on that boat with them. I think
You
Dak.
know who those people are? The people that got um the teams that are 1-3 and got like Ryan Tannehill as their quarterback. Those are the ones. Those are the people talking. Would you rather have Dak or your quarterback? Like
Well, I don't. All I know is that There's too much Dak hate out there. Yeah,
crazy. It's crazy.
he under, he underperformed. He more than underperformed to close the season last year. But end of the day, it's a new offensive coordinator this year, much safer offense this year. That he's under, which is the type of offense he really thrive under. Offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, who was there for the past few seasons, who is now over there with Justin Herbert in Los Angeles with the Chargers. He's no longer there. He had Dak playing football like he was Justin Herbert. He had Dak looking down the field. He had Dak eyes down the field way too often. That is not Dak's game. Like, they tried to turn Dak into that. They tried to make Dak that. And it proved not, to be something that was smart. Like he's not capable of doing that. And so end of the day, it's like he's back to how he was playing when him and Zeke first, joined the program and they joined it together. There was heavy on the run game, heavy on the play action, heavy on the bootlegs, getting him out in space, short throws, short reads, easy throws, easy reads, and he executes those kind of game styles literally to perfection. So I'm really interested to see how he stacks up against this 49ers defense, how this offense stacks up against this 49ers defense. I'm wondering if this is going to be a low scoring game, high scoring game. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna say high scoring,
Why?
even though it doesn't dictate that, and I'm gonna say because I think the Niners offense is a lot better. I think Brock Purdy is a lot better. Uh, I think Brandon Ayuk is becoming that clear number one on that team in the passing game. I think Brandon Ayuk is coming into his own as like the Niners may have to make some moves to keep him around next year. They cannot lose Brandon Ayuk. I don't know what they gotta do. They cannot lose Brandon Ayuk. That offense is not regular without him, but the deep threats are not there. Debo Samuel is not a deep threat. And he's more
No.
get the ball in space.
Absolutely.
They need Brandon Ayuk, but that's another story. But
Yeah, he's like the only pure wide receiver on the team.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I got the so I think it's gonna be hard because I think their offense is a lot
So what do
better.
you think? You don't think Dallas defense is like, because Dallas is about to take like the implications on this game is insane. I mean, Dallas and like 49ers, this game is going to have a Ravens,
One
you
sec,
know,
King. Keep talking though.
Yeah, this game is gonna have a Ravens Steelers feel to it. Like we're gonna talk about that rivalry a little bit later, the Ravens Steelers rivalry. But this game's gonna have that kind of feel where you got teams where you got these two teams that they're gonna be literally not holding back hits, man. They're not gonna hold back hits. The guys are gonna come out of this game, in 10 times worse physical condition than they would in any other normal Sunday football game. These guys are going to go all out to win this game. This game means so much. There's so much hype and
I
anticipation
thought I
around
had an
this.
emergency. My bad, chat. We
There's
back.
there's there's so much pressure from ownership from the Dallas side. Jerry Jones got a lot of pressure on the Cowboys to go out and compete and try to win this game. And then obviously there's a lot of pressure on the 49ers side to basically to show the Cowboys like we are still your pappies. Like it's nothing like we're still here. Like
That's
sorry.
what's like really that's what's like really getting me about this game too. All signs should say the Niners should win this hands easily. Like
But
easily.
when it's your year, it's your year, and Cowboys are feeling kind of good. This is feeling kind of it's like good, real good energy behind the
Yeah,
Cowboys
which
this year.
team is going to show up? The team that played Arizona laid a dud, or the team that? And I'll get to my I'll finish that my point I was making too. I think it's going to be high scoring because the Niners' offense got better. I think they're going to score on Dallas's defense this year, and I think Dallas is going to have to play catch up. So I think the Niners might give up a few touchdowns late or something like that. Eh, I think I know I'm a Niners fan, y'all. I know, but to me this year it feels like the most lopsided this matchup has been. When we went into Dallas, we had a very young team. The first playoff game when we went into Dallas, we had a very young team, and we weren't great that year. We weren't great. We barely made the playoffs, but we got hot at the right time and made a run and then eventually that run ended in Los Angeles. And I think last year I'm gonna be honest. I think the Cowboys played a little bit better of a football game. I think they could have beat us. Dak threw a bad turnover in the red zone when they were driving at the end of the first half to Fred Warner. He threw another pick that gifted us 3 points in the first quarter. I think they had us on the ropes last year. I think they really could have beat us. There was another drive where our kick returner muffed the punt and they only got three out of it. I think they had us on the ropes last year. I think they did. I really think they could have beat us. But this year it seems like now they don't have. Now without. They're playing us without their best defensive second. Their first or second best defensive player as well. And I feel like the Niners are the best they've ever been within this 3 year span. I feel like it's very lopsided. I feel like this is the worst Dallas team and the best Niner team out of those 3 years. I think the best Dallas team was 2 years ago when they had Amari Cooper as well.
Nah, I love this Dallas defense. This Dallas defense, I think, is the best Dallas defense that they've had in a
Not
very,
not
very
anymore though. It
in a very,
can't
very
be.
long
It can't be with
in a very
Trayvon.
long
There's no way. Not with no Trayvon
time.
Diggs.
It
There's
looked
no
like they made
way.
it looked like they made the adjustments against the Patriots. I don't like
Uh,
like
Mac
it looked
Jones
like
is the
it
Patriots
looked like it looked
offense
like
is
they're it looked like they're
putrid.
it looked like they're back on track based off last week's performance. I don't care what you are talking about.
Okay.
I'm looking at this like they're back on track, especially defensively. As we move on,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
um,
whoa, whoa, whoa. Who do you got?
oh, Cowboys taking the
Niners.
Cowboys, taking the
Niners
Cowboys,
30-20.
Cowboys.
Close
Close game,
game. They blow. Okay.
close game. Um, Wild finish. And what do we have next? What's our next topic, man? What is our next topic? The New York Knicks need more, man. New York Knicks need more. So
I don't know if
idea
they.
behind this,
I don't know if they need more.
the idea behind this question is, when you survey the field, let's talk about your New York Knicks, the city of New York. This is a darling of a franchise. The New York Knicks is one of the most staple franchises in all of sports. One of the most beloved franchises in all of sports. They drive their fans crazy in terms of how bad they are and was for a long time. But now they're on the up and up, it seems. But you actually got all these other teams making moves, making things happen, getting better, while the Knicks is staying with their same roster. Um, what could the Knicks do? What could they do? Like, let's have a 2 year projection for the Knicks to actually finally be uh 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 you know championship contenders. What moves could they make? And so I
Hey,
can
Gold.
definitely start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely could start this off because this is my city, born and raised in Harlem. And I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. I thought they'd do more this offseason. I thought they'd do more. You know, why not jump out the window, make a deal for Dame? Maybe I could be wrong. Why not try to make a deal to go get Zion, who is, who New Orleans started to grow disgruntled about. Now it's looking like that relationship with New Orleans is good. Things are behind him, and he's going to move forward with New Orleans. But when the things were hot in and New Orleans were really uneasy with Zion, I felt as though they could have made a play for Zion. I felt as though they could have made moves. They got the pieces. There's a lot of talk about people wouldn't want Julius Randle on their program, but that's not true. You package Julius Randle um in a deal with other great young talent, they're gonna want him. They're gonna want him,
They gotta
and
do something.
he's a phenomenal player. So I truly believe that Julius Randle is tradable. I truly believe Quentin Grimes. I love Quentin Grimes. However, other teams will love him too. I believe he's tradable. I truly believe um Mitchell Robinson is tradable. I love Mitchell Robinson, our center down there, altering shots, getting rebounds, and all that good stuff. But I think he's tradable. Package these young guys. I want to keep Emmanuel quickly. Not gonna lie, I want to keep him. So package these young guys: Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Quentin Grimes. Try to get in some picks. Try to I thought they would try to do something, but they didn't. Moving forward, I think the best thing the Knicks can do is continue to compete, which I'm assuming they will. I'm assuming the Knicks will continue to compete with this roster, obviously, in the East especially. Um, I want to see them get at least a 4 seed. Show us, show, show future free agents that they are worth coming to that program. Giannis, if I'm not mistaken, in which I'm not, he ain't signed an extension with Milwaukee yet, right? He was talking about getting up out of there. And don't think for a second because they signed Dame, they traded for Dame, that he's going to sign an extension automatically.
He
He
better.
Giannis is locked in there for I want to say the next 2 years. He's locked in. So you know, um, if he that wins 1 out of 2 with Dame or win 2 with Dame, he don't gotta stay. He loves New York City. Show Giannis, show guys like Giannis, other guys, LeBron, even though he's getting up there in age, show guys that are about to be free agents what you are all about. Continue to show them that you're making playoff runs, getting to at least the second round in these playoffs, so that when off season comes, they actually consider New York City a home destination. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. So I think their best shot is getting a guy in free agency that is a free agent, a top guy. And one more thing I will say, I'm sorry to say, I love everything that Thibodeau's did for this program in his tenure. I love it to the core because it was necessary, it was needed. We wouldn't be the players, the individuals in the team without
Even in the NBA,
without
you think he did enough?
huh?
Even in the NBA, the way the NBA works, you think he still did enough? Everyone, we know
And
that roster is not good enough to win a championship. that he put
I think
together.
what I'm saying is he did enough in the sense that like he made us tough, he made us rugged, he made us play this game with edge. He
Okay.
made us mentally and physically more dominant and more focused and locked in. And we literally played every team, no matter the name on the jersey, tooth and nail, every game, game in and game out. And I love that he did that for us. But the type of thing when it comes down to those kinds of things and those kind of additions to a team, guys can adapt that. And when he leaves, these guys are still going to have that same DNA. It's kind of like what Mark Jackson did in Golden State. He was the reason why Steph, Clay, Draymond grew as players in the NBA. He was the one that gave them the green light to be, for Steph to be shooting insane type kinds of threes. And Clay was and gave Clay the green light to do that, and gave Draymond Green the green light to handle the basketball. When Steve Kerr got there, he admitted himself like, "Yo, these dudes was just pulling everything. Like these dudes was just. I was trying to get them to run the offense, and they were shooting shots before the offense could even be, fully ran. Like, and they was knocking them down. So Steve Kerr came into a great situation. However, what I will give Steve Kerr credit for is the implementation of that system, that 5 out system, the way they move the ball around, their timely cuts and everything like that. So it's just like I feel as though Tibbs' time is done. The everything that he's put into the Knicks is going to stick with the Knicks, whether he's there or gone. As far as tough and rugged play, we need an innovator in there now. We need somebody to come in there with an offensive mind, get this thing percolating, and then get that free agent, that big, 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 big time name, that big free agent. And the name I'm thinking about is a really good offensive mind who came from Greg Pop, who just got fired from the Milwaukee Bucks. Is Budenholzer, who won an NBA Finals with Giannis. That's who I want the Knicks to hire.
Man, the Knicks are they're an interesting bunch of group. They're a bunch. If the NBA wasn't what it is today, if it was like how it was a little back then, when the super teams weren't like so prevalent, they'd be a really good basketball team because they'd be the super team. But you're right. We had a conversation about this right when we started this back up. We were talking about the Knicks, and we said at the time we said a player or two away. To be honest, a player or two, they really could have made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They won 2 games against Miami. They really could have gotten there. Um, they were maybe a player or two away of beating Miami, like see for real. But then the off season comes, and you see the Boston get better. You see the Bucks get better, and the Knicks are just the same. They're not better or worse. And then you see, and then so they were already behind. They were already behind. We said they had to get a player to just to be better than the Bucks or the Chiefs. I mean, or the Celtics 3 months ago. Now the Celtics go out and get Porzingis. And they got somebody else too. Who'd they trade Brogdon for? Oh, Drew Holiday. They go out and get Drew Holiday and Porzingis. And the Bucks go out and get Dame, and the Knicks are still the same old Knicks. So not only now do they need to make moves, they got to make even more moves just to get to their level at this point. And
Exactly.
and it's not realistic. It's not realistic. They're not going to be able to get 2-3 guys to make that team. So I actually agree with your point of it might be time to start looking within, getting some of these players out of there. I'm not saying a complete rebuild, but we need some draft picks. We need some young hoopers because
You keep Jalen Brunson and you keep RJ Barrett. Stop right there, and everything
you
else
like
is over.
RJ Barrett, huh?
Oh, I love RJ Barrett. He's 20 nothing years old and he's still match rating. He's going to be like RJ Barrett is going to be a really good basketball player. People are tripping,
You think
tripping,
he's been in the league
tripping.
for a hot minute already?
Yes, yes. He
I
came
think
from
we've seen. I personally think we've
no,
seen.
he's coming. No, this is one of those guys. he's coming to the league at a very young age, 19 years old. He left
Yeah,
Duke as a freshman.
yeah.
Like, I'm not claiming that he's Zion. I'm not claiming, but you got to think, John Morant came into the league with him, who John Morant was a junior. So you got to think like John Morant got him by like 3 years of age. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know
And
about
so
RJ Barrett. I don't know if I agree with you about
my
RJ Barrett,
point.
but
It's my point. He got him by like 3 years. They're in the same year experience in the NBA wise, but RJ is about 3 years more youthful than Ja. So it's just like I'm looking at it from that perspective. I'm looking at like this dude has all the right people around him in his family. When you talk about Steve Kerr being his godfather, the people that he got around him, the way he melted in the playoffs last year against the Heat, I know he has the team around him to mentally get him where he need to be so that he
you did that
learns
on
and grows,
purpose, huh? You did that on
from
purpose.
them.
That
Who?
was cute. That was cute. Melted when they played the Heat. That was a nice little ad lib right there.
You
You
did that.
spitting
You did
bars.
that.
You
You
spitting
helped me
bars,
to
huh?
spit bars. But no, man, that's that, man. There's no freaking chance trade RJ Barrett. Like please, like Knicks,
I'm
please.
not saying trade him, but I was just curious, like,
No,
what your
no
thoughts
chance.
on. I don't think they should trade him either because he's young. But I was just, you really
I
think
would.
he's like that, or he will be like that?
Oh my goodness, is he like that?
He's not
He
right
he
now. He's not
he.
right
But he
now.
first of all, right now, for what he is right now, a lot of teams could you like he's right now.
Yeah,
If he if
yeah.
he doesn't if he doesn't grow as a player any more than right now, which he definitely will, he is. You feel me?
No,
Like
don't say that. Don't say it.
don't say what I mean. He is very good. So I can put
Ooh,
it on
I could not. I could.
very
I
good.
would love to see Knicks fans' reactions to that.
I mean, he's right. Like
I
he's
think that I
literally
think Knicks fans probably hate him.
no, absolutely not. They
You don't
love
think
him.
so?
He's literally RJ is 50-50, but RJ is literally right, right underneath being an all-star. Like he's on
Oh
the
no no
cusp.
no 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 no
He's
no!
literally
I
on
can't
the
agree with that. I can't agree with that.
he's on the cusp of being an all-star. Trust me. On the defensive end, he's a lockdown guy, and on offense, he's averaging 20. I don't understand. Like, there's not like what more. Like, he is on the cusp. Don't let the Knicks be third or fourth in the East, and he's averaging 22 points a game. He's probably gonna make an all-star game. Like, so he's right there on the cusp of being an all-star. I'm looking forward to RJ Barrett's maturation coming into the season. I want to see how he looks 100%.
I agree with you with the.
And he had a really good summer with Canada. Really good summer. He was dominating. He dominated for
They
Canada.
were supposed to win that.
He dominated for Canada.
They were
They
supposed to
beat
win that.
Germany. They beat Germany in the
No,
regular season.
no, Germany went undefeated.
No, Germany didn't end up winning that game. So it probably was a playing
Maybe the
game. It had
preseason. Maybe the preseason.
it probably had to be a preseason game or something because they
When the
Canada
game,
beat.
when the group stage started, Germany didn't lose one game.
Okay, so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about games prelims before that
Yeah, it's probably prelims. Now I think
where
they
they
beat
got.
the U.S. too. I think Canada beat the U.S. in the third place game as well. The
Oh
U.S. didn't even
wow.
get
Oh, you
USA
might be
didn't
right.
even get a bronze medal. I don't think in that.
You might be right. You might be right. All right, let's move on. We have we bringing back an old segment, and it's not even like bringing back an old segment, like but I just said that though because we had in the past we had under big dog quick takes, and we're definitely bringing that back because we got topics that people definitely want to hear, but maybe it's not topics that are worth spending 12 minutes on. You know what I mean? And so we definitely want to get those quick takes back on this show. And so the UBD quick take segments are back. First quick take segment we have today is Lakers have Nuggets ring night circled. Does this game matter? So what's his name? What's my dude name? White boy. I love him a
Jokic.
lot. Huh?
Jokic.
No, 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 no. On the Lakers.
Oh,
Austin Reeves.
yeah.
Austin Reeves is the one that said, yeah, on my calendar, I had Denver Nuggets circled on my calendar, right? And LeBron's excited. for this game. Um, Lakers. The head coach, forget his name. My dude, I love him too. Um, said that they're excited for this game, and that was last year, and all this stuff. So I just want to know, all this talk and all this fire and desire, right? Is there any care in the world on the Denver side? Like, does this game matter to Denver? And not only does it matter to Denver, does it matter in general? Grand scheme of things, does it matter?
It matters both ways because Denver's going to come into the season trying to show they're the team to beat still. They lose that if they lose that game to the team that is literally right on their ass, like literally that is the team. It everyone if you were a betting person right now, everyone's going to take Lakers, Denver, Western Conference Finals. Like that's how what every as of right now preseason rankings, that's what everyone's going to say is going to play in the Western Conference Finals. So this definitely means something. Denver, it doesn't mean I get what you're saying. It doesn't mean as much for Denver because they won a chip last year. It's going to be their ring ceremony night. They might not even be thinking about the Lakers in this game. They really might not because they're going to be focused on, oh look, we're getting our rings. This is just a celebratory night. The season's starting. Life is good. Like for Denver, they could lose that game and no sweat off their back. But I don't think they're going to take it that way. I think they want to. If it was any other team, I would say no. This game does not matter. But the Lakers are the team. Them and the Lakers are the two teams to beat in the Western Conference Finals. This is a good stepping stone to say we're still here. You got all these guys. You still got to beat us. You got to come into Denver later on in the year and win 3 games or 4 games, whoever has home field in the playoffs. Like this is a good first impression for both teams. We already know Denver's gonna have a stout team again. We think the Lakers are going to as well, but they're still. This is a new thing with the Lakers too, with the guys they brought in. So we don't even know how they're gonna look. A lot of people are expecting them to be very good, but this is a prove it game for the Lakers. So this is definitely more important to the Lakers, but
I'm
it's
very
huge. It's a
surprised.
huge game. It's a huge game. It's a huge game.
I'm surprised with you. I'm actually very surprised with you, not being necessarily a basketball guru, you know, for you to I thought you was gonna, say, nah, this don't mean nothing. Like, come on, it's 82 games. What? It's the play. Like, I thought you was gonna really
Not the
be,
first game. If it was the middle of the season, I would say yeah, it's not important. If it was the middle of the
right,
season, not important. This is the first game. The Lakers want to make a statement.
right. And this is definitely a statement game. Me and you see eye to eye on this. I'm very surprised with your basketball take, your basketball
Oh my
knowledge
god.
in this
Okay,
in
chat.
this
I need to have a conversation with the chat real quick. I know about basketball, man. These dudes just know a shit ton about basketball. Just don't. I know about basketball. They just gurus upon gurus. They coach the sport. I know about basketball. I'm like Skip Bayless when it comes to basketball. Okay, okay. I know some things. Don't make the everyone think I don't know a dipshit about it. You guys just definitely know it a lot more, and I respect that. That's okay. But I'm not I know a lot. I know a decent amount than the general viewer. I know
okay.
just
I'm not
just the same.
look, all I'm saying is the spirit of the game of basketball. I'm very surprised you understood it in this instance. And you are absolutely right. You hit it on the nail because this, like, you got swept off the floor. You got swept off the floor. If you're on the Lakers side, right? You got swept off the floor last year. 4-0. A legit sweep, not a gentleman's sweep, 4-1. A sweep. 4-0. So rebuild roster. It's well a retooled roster because you made the
A lot of the
trades,
core they had already. Yeah.
right. You made the trades at the All-Star break, and It glued, it went together really, really well.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you added some key guys to this team. So like this is a absolute statement game for the from the Lakers perspective. I mean, these guys want this game in a major way, like set the league on notice. Like you got to understand, this Denver team is truly very freaking good. Like they're
No, if
really
it wasn't for some
good.
of the
Like,
teams in this league, they would have won 3 or 4. They would have been a dynasty.
yeah,
If the Golden State wasn't around, they might have been a dynasty. This Denver
they're
team,
really good. I
like
mean, Denver has been like you said, Denver has been at
right
the
there.
tip.
Yeah,
Denver has been at the tip of the iceberg for years now. Like last year was truly, it felt like, I kept saying all year, or all playoffs, it felt like their checkmate moment. Like it just felt like yeah, we've been playing chess for a long time with this roster, making slight adjustment here, slight adjustment there. Jamal Murray goes down, that
gives my
derails
Niners hopes. They like the Niners.
Jam-
The Denver gives my Niners some hope. Same thing.
um Jamal Murray goes down, that
Ah,
derails things for a little while. When Jamal Murray went down, they derailed him about 2 seasons. Then he comes back fully healthy. They made a couple more additives, made a couple more subtractions. And when it was their time, it was like, okay, it's nothing we can do about this. Like they're really good.
yeah,
And they're back in full effect. And so this Denver team is absolutely no joke. Right now, this Denver team is the best team in the National Basketball Association. No matter the additions that was had between Phoenix, no matter the additions Boston made, no matter the addition the Bucks made, this Denver team is still the best collective unit, especially from a cohesive standpoint. These guys really know each other in and out there on that basketball floor. And Lakers get a chance to set the nation, the world, you know, on notice, put the world on notice. We are trying to, you know, win that finals. We're trying to win that Bill Russell Award. Like we're trying to win. Excuse me. The Bill Russell Award is the NBA Finals MVP award, but we're trying to forget with Bill O'Brien. We're trying to win that Bill O'Brien trophy. Like
it kind of
we are.
feels like they have to win that game, right?
Yeah.
You go
Dare I
if
say?
you lose that game, you're
This is
you're
what I'm
you're going
saying.
into the next game like shit. Can we beat them?
This is what
Damn,
I'm saying. Like
I'm
you,
scratching your
this is
head.
a
Like, what do we
you.
got to
This is one
do?
of those games. This is one of those games that they able to pull it off. LeBron or AD have a really good chance of winning a MVP of the league because this is going to carry momentum and they're going to win games. But just to go short, I agree with you, Gator. I'm surprised and good job on that. And this is huge. And from Denver's side, absolutely, it matters. You know who Mike Malone is? Like Mike Malone is not one of those type of coaches that like he is a like fiery coach to say the least. He might be the most fiery coach in the NBA. He does not let his
Quick take,
players.
quick take.
These are quick takes. You're right, and I was about to say that. But so yeah, let's move on.
I
Let's move
forgot
on.
to.
But
I forgot to.
it's
I
no, it's
forgot to.
okay. Mike
That was
Malone.
a good topic though. Fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably should have been a topic. Mike Malone is going to have these guys ready to play, and they're going to want to prove that. All right, we're still here. Absolutely, it's a big game. Next topic, next quick take, and we'll make these actually more quick. That was we totally forgot, and that
There's
should
only
probably
two
been a
of us.
regular.
There's only two of us today, so we could take a little more time on some of
Yeah,
these.
I mean, but we can still probably make it quick. We got should the tush push be removed? Gator, I'll give you this one, because I really want to know what you think about it. I
I
haven't
think
heard what you think about it.
I would think yes. Just because of how dominant it is. I'm a gamer. Uh, they do the stuff like that all the time. If something is OP in a game, they will nerf it to make it some type. They will nerf it or change it to make it semi balanced. That thing is not balanced. You aren't even allowed to do that in the old. You cannot push your quarterback forward. There was a flag back in the day. You couldn't do that. But they're more lenient on it now. They don't really call the flag. It actually technically is illegal. I think they're more concerned about the formation though than the pushing of the players because that's normal. That happens on the goal line on QB sneaks all the time. The fullback always gets behind the quarterback and pushes forward. That's normal. I think they're more concerned about the formation and how close everybody is to like the line of scrimmage. and they could probably tweak the rules for like the formation of side of it. Like the two, I think the two guys in the back just would have to be back a little more. You know what I mean? If you're gonna line up two people behind the quarterback like that, they maybe should be lined up, but like maybe an extra foot or two. It is kind of OP. I mean, the Eagles' success rate is almost 99%. When you see something like that, like something's up. Something's
Yeah,
up. I'm not
yeah.
saying it's the biggest thing in the world. That's not what I'm focusing on when I'm watching an NFL game. But
The only well, but see, this is the thing. We're not talking about, should you take away the tush push because it takes away from the game from a fan's perspective.
yeah, no,
Like, we're not. That's not the.
it's just
So
because it
we're
is a little bit unfair.
we're talking about those crucial moments in the
Yeah,
playoffs
yeah,
where it can get really bad. Like where we're just sitting there like, jeez, they did it again, and it's the playoffs. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
They did
it's
it in the
fourth
Super
and
Bowl. They did it in the Super Bowl.
exact. I mean, it's 4th and 1.
They scored a touchdown on it in the Super Bowl.
They're at their own freaking 50, 4th and 1. Um, let's say up 4 points, and they decide to just why not go for the tush push instead of punting it away and just end this game. Like this, these are the type of situations where this thing could get really tricky, and the NFL definitely might have to answer to this because this thing, like you said, the success rate is actually unreal. Like the Eagles are insane. Like that O line running that tush push with Kelsey at the helm is actually ridiculous. With Jalen Hurts, who
Who's already a
freaking
big
squat
quarterback. Yeah, like it's
Jalen
already
Hurts
harder.
who squats more than his O lineman.
Yeah.
Like in Alabama, he was squatting more than his O lineman. Like that's ridiculous. So nah, that might have to be some alterations to that. Um, next topic, next quick take is Brees Hall, running back for the New York Jets, is no longer on a pitch count. As we know, he's returning from his ACL injury. And so in returning, they wanted to have him on a pitch count, get him fully healthy before they fully unleash him this year, and it's become official. Standout running back Brees Hall for the New York Jets is no longer on a pitch count. And keep in mind, um, Salah said that Dalvin Cook, who's also another running back in that New York Jets backfield, is starting to look very explosive in practice now. So he said he's picking
You
up
said
his
Dalvin
speed.
Cook?
Dalvin Cook, Salah
I
said that
hope.
about Dalvin
I
Cook.
hope.
He's starting to warm up. He's starting to get faster in practice. You can see it. So he's a coach. He's been in this thing. He know more about football than I will ever know. So
That
for him to notice something in practice about a player, he wouldn't just throw it out there. Like I believe him when he say he actually sees something from Dalvin.
they also
So
be saying they're gonna give Jameer Gibbs more touches. I don't believe a word these coaches be saying.
listen, listen. Don't make it personal. Don't make it personal. Listen. So I'm just saying, I believe Robert Saleh,
Oh,
and so now you got with this running back group coming to form in New York, along with Zach Wilson seemingly getting a little bit better. Can they do you see them making a run?
no. Do you want a really
I
quick
just I
take?
mean I
No.
disagree. I disagree.
The team's terrible. Zach Wilson's
I
terrible.
disagree. I disagree. I think they make a run. And I said it here first. What are they right now? 1-3?
Yeah.
It looks like nobody in the AFC looks like they want it bad enough. Everybody's 2-2, and I told you everybody was gonna beat up on everybody. Minnesota's 2-2, Chargers are 2-2.
Minnesota
Um,
is in the NFC and they are 1-3, but
excuse me, you're right. Sorry. No, Minnesota's 1-3.
yeah,
Oh,
they
they
were
sure
owned.
are.
They
Anyway,
were owned.
sorry. So Chargers are 2-2. Cleveland is 2-2. I mean, you
Steelers,
got Steelers are 2-2. You got so many teams in the AFC.
Jacksonville, Tennessee, the Colts.
Jacksonville,
Yeah,
Colts, Bengals are
Texans,
one. Bengals are
Texans.
1-2. I'm
Yo,
just saying.
there's
I'm
so
talking about
many two and
specifically.
two teams.
I'm specifically talking about the teams that, especially that we look to be dominant, and these teams are not doing so hot. And so I look at it like I knew that they were going to beat up on each other in the AFC. The door is still open for the Jets, and I think they're going to make a run. If they turn around and give that ball to Brees Hall 25 times a game and make that defense step up, I, I'm predicting right now Jets make a run and make a playoff run. I'm predicting that right now on the show. So there you go. Next topic. The next quick take we have here is Harden is back at camp. What to expect from Sixers if he stays? Man, this is a weird one, man.
I don't think it's
This is
weird. If he
really, really
plays,
weird.
I think this is easy. If he plays, I think we're overthinking. If he plays, he's not going to just play bad on purpose. That's not in his competitive
No, he's not.
DNA.
He's not.
Yeah. Same of we'll see the
He's
same
not.
of we'll see a lot of the same of last year.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
If he
New.
plays, if he stays, if that's what you're talking about, like
Yeah.
there's
If he
not
stays,
much. Yeah, there's not much to talk about there. In my opinion, I think he'll play much of the same as last year. I don't think this is gonna really affect him when he's on the best. It might affect leading up to the game. It always might be in his head like, man, I can't stand playing here. Blah blah blah. I want to get out, whatever. But when he's on the court, he's not thinking about any of that. He's there to play basketball. One, because he has to look good if he wants to get traded. He has to look good. He has to look tradable, and that's how they make their money. That's how they make their money. That's how they get the most out of their contracts is individual statistics.
yeah. I mean, I love the hire of Nick Nurse. I absolutely love the hire of Nick Nurse, who was with the Raptors last year. So I love this hire, and I would be really interested to see how this team looks with James Harden. But oh man, it just sucks because it's just like one, it sucks for Embiid. Like this is it's starting to get
Yeah, it
ridiculous
might
at this point.
affect him more than it does James Harden.
No. I mean, it sucks for Embiid that he's not on a championship team. Like James, and he's never has been.
No,
James Harden,
they had their chances, man. They had their
they
chances.
did have their chances. They did have their chances, but
I
my
don't
whole
feel
thing
bad for
is,
Embiid.
I want Embiid to be on a bona fide
We can't
championship
feel
team.
bad for every superstar, King. There's gonna be some
That's not true.
superstars on bad teams.
But so that's why
It's just
I'm
not
all in.
possible.
That's why I'm all in on joining forces. Why not get all the superstars on the
Yeah,
same on
but
one
that's
team
you're okay.
and go against each other
Oh,
and
okay. Okay, but then that's really bad for the league because now you got 5 good teams and 27 bad teams. Entertainment wise, that's very bad for basketball. That means we're just watching the Celtics, we're just watching the Bucks, we're just watching the Warriors every night, and the other games don't count. Who's watching the Pacers? Why do we care about the Pacers? Why do we care about the Kings? It's better for basketball when every team has a superstar. It's just better that way.
it
Entertainment
is
wise,
better
I
that way.
get it. I get it for the players, but for the sport of basketball, that's very bad.
I agree. I agree. If he stays though, I'll just say this. I'll be optimistic with Nick Nurse at head coach.
Okay.
And that's it for our quick takes. I mean, we really wanted to get
That was
those in
good.
there. Those
That
are
was good.
intriguing conversations, and we definitely want to get those in there. And as we move on to our next topic, we have Ravens versus Steelers. What to expect from NFL's biggest rivalry? I mean, this is a oh my like when I say this is one of the most fun football games that I've ever witnessed in my life.
Even when
Watch,
both teams are bad and one team is really good and one team is really bad,
yeah,
it's always a dogfight.
yeah, it's always a great game. It's always a great game. The game could be out of hand, out of reach. A team could be down by 20, and you still seeing guys getting blown up. A lot of passion, a lot of great football, a lot of great, you know, fire and intensity. And so I I love this matchup. What do you expect?
I expect that if we're going by what Mike Tomlin has been his whole coaching career forever is bouncing back after a tough loss. So I
Mm,
expect the Steelers to be ready. And man, football is weird, man. 1 plus 1 just never equals 2 in the NFL. I guarantee you, everybody and their mother is going to be on the Ravens this weekend, and the Steelers are going to somehow win this game. That's just how
that
it
is
works.
it's annoying. It's
It's
annoying to
annoying.
the
That's just how it works.
it's annoying, and I so wish that Ravens didn't give up that game to the Colts, man. Like Because I would have, you know, I'm a Ravens
They
fan
would
in
be
terms
4
of
0. They would be the only team in the
cheering,
AFC to be 4 0.
cheering for Lamar. I'm a, Ravens fan because of
That
Lamar,
loss
and
was bad, though, Garner Minshew.
I would have loved, excuse me, that win because I wouldn't have never cared if they lost this. Because I'm genuinely nervous for the Ravens in this game. I mean,
The
this
line is
is
4.5. It's such a trap.
this is by far the this is the line is 4.5 in favor of the Ravens on the road.
Yeah, on the road. This is such a trap.
Well, I mean,
That
this
means this
is
this would be 7.5, maybe 8 if it was in Baltimore. That's how they're
and I
saying the
don't believe
Ravens are way better than the Steelers.
and I don't and they've been showing that, but it's this is by far
Fan of their
the
roster still
biggest
outside of Lamar
rivalry.
Jackson.
This is a top 5 rivalry in all of sports, let alone, in the National Football League. So
Oh,
this
that
is one of
line
those.
could be. That line could also be. I don't know if they're. Is it 100% confirmed? Kenny Pickett is playing. That line could be like
Yes, he's
Missy right
playing.
now.
He's playing.
He's playing.
He's
Okay.
playing. He's playing. And so I just feel as though if you're a betting person, I'd rather you sit back and watch and enjoy the game. Just have fun watching a rivalry this amazing. I remember, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed on one end on defense. Then you had James Harrison, uh,
Polamalu.
James Ferrier, Troy Polamalu on the other side of the ball. With Big Ben at the helm on one end, Joe Flacco at the helm on the other end. I remember Ray Rice days when he was out there balling. I remember, the few receivers that they had. I want to say they had Anquan Bolden at one point, in that rivalry. It's just so rich, man. Like just my childhood watching this rivalry. I'm just looking forward to so like got an analyst say earlier as I'm watching this, taking in the sports world media. He said, "You come out less of a man from games from this game, from this Ravens Steelers matchup. Guys on the Ravens side, guys on the Steelers side come out less of a man because of how beat up they are at in a game like this. So
And
this is
forget
this is
forget that too. This is a big in the standings wise. It's huge. The Steelers win this game. They're tied with the
yeah.
Ravens.
So the
It's
implications
massive.
the implications have always made this rivalry
Yeah.
even more daunting. Like if it'll be times where one team is doing way better than the other, and then it'd be like, oh, still a great game, but it's just But when they're both in contention, oh, it makes the game even that much more scarier. So definitely looking forward to this. I'm gonna go out there and predict the Ravens. Steelers aren't looking like much of anything. Obviously, they're gonna come to play this game because this is such a huge rivalry, and the fans are gonna be all over this one. If the Steelers poop the bed in front of their fans in one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports, this will not be good for Mike Tomlin and company. And so I know the Steelers are going to show up. I'm not missing that, but the Ravens are definitely, a sleeping giant right now in the AFC, and I think, they're gonna show everybody, what they're about by winning this huge rivalry in convincing fashion. So I
Um.
got Ravens. I got Ravens big. How about you, Gator?
I don't know. That's how crazy this rivalry is. Because I'm just gonna go with the Steelers at home. They probably split. They probably split. I always go the safe route when it comes to, and it's been working. I am the leader in picks, everybody. So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Oh, you're crazy. I'm the leader in picks. My logic has been working so far. So I usually think, especially within the division, I always go with a split. If the two teams are really really close, sometimes it's really lopsided. I think the Steelers steal one at home, close game, kick a field goal to win it, and the Ravens blow them out in Baltimore. But uh, not only that, I'd be betting against history, King. If I took the Steelers, if I took the Ravens in this game, I'd just be betting against everything that Mike Tomlin stands for. Usually, after a loss, especially going home, they usually play way better and they win a game. It doesn't matter who they're versing. Mike Tomlin's like one of the best coaches following a loss in NFL history. There was a stat a few years ago where Mike Tomlin didn't lose 2 games in a row in like 4 seasons. It was wild. So I'd be betting against history, so I can't do that. I can't do that. So I'm gonna take the Steelers in a close game. I'm not, and I don't. I personally am not a big fan outside of Lamar Jackson. I am not a fan of this Raven roster. I don't like their wide receivers. I don't like their running backs. Their defense has been very shaky this year, especially with injuries. If healthy, different story, but they've been injury prone. Their defense, no J.K. Dobbins anymore. Like I think Lamar Jackson is fighting for his life with that team.
I,
Like
I, I was.
he's got to
This is
be
what I was.
Superman. He has to be
This is
Superman this
what I.
year.
This is what I was gonna say. And Lamar's putting even more doubters on notice. He's always been like this though, like where he's
With
elevated the
nothing to
Ravens
show
to
for
the
it
team.
though. With nothing
I'm
for
just
to sh-
saying. I'm just saying.
We see
What,
it. We see it. I don't think people are ignoring it. We
like,
see it.
I mean, but you kind of do though. Like
No one's
it's more than
ignoring.
just
No one's
players.
ignoring
That,
his
oh,
stats.
I'm just saying I understand the type of passer he is. I understand the player he is. I'm just like the type of player he is says I know how to win football games. Like I know what it takes to be on the win column at the end of in the regular season, albeit. Like I understand we're waiting to see a playoff surge from Lamar. I get that. But in the regular season, when he had dominant rosters or when he had porous
And
rosters due
healthy.
to
And healthy. Yeah.
yeah, when he had injury plagued rosters and when he had healthy rosters, he always wins when he's available. When he's playing, Ravens are winning. Like they win games in the regular season when he's playing. And so it's
No,
just
they're
like
always a playoff team when he's healthy, but like in the NFL, that doesn't mean much. I mean, you
I
could.
just no, I just appreciate just that understanding though. Like he is in that class of quarterbacks who, if he's healthy, they're in the playoffs.
Would
Not
you
a lot of
compare
quarterbacks.
him? Would you compare
Not a
him
lot of
to?
quarterbacks can say that.
Would you compare him to Matt Ryan? Forget the player. I'm talking about great in the regular season. Eh, but like meh.
I would, but Matt Ryan wasn't a consistent playoff team though. Like he wasn't there every year. He was always healthy and he wasn't there every year. Like when you think about
Yeah,
Josh
but when
Allen,
he was there, they were winning playoff games. So you could kind of at least compare that.
when Josh Allen is playing, they're in the game. They're in the playoffs. When for the most part, besides last year, which was an anomaly, when Aaron Rodgers is starting, they're in the playoffs. When Drew
Actually,
Brees,
that's
when
a
he
good comparison too, because Aaron Rodgers can't win playoff games.
but I'm just saying, all I'm saying is when you got a certain guy at the helm, not a lot of guys can say that they're in the playoffs. It's about how many guys in the league right now, how many quarterbacks would you say, when healthy, their team is in the playoffs? You got
Five, five, six.
Allen, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes,
Herbert.
maybe no, no,
I think he's made the playoffs every year of his career so
one
far.
time. Justin Herbert has been in the playoffs once.
They
He didn't
didn't
make
make
it
it
his
the year
first.
prior.
He didn't make it. Last year was his first ever playoff appearance, and
Okay.
so
Well,
you can look it up.
then you could say, no, I
And
believe
so,
you. You could say
and they're sitting at 2-2 right now.
Dak Prescott, uh, Lamar,
I can't.
Josh
Yeah, but
Allen, Josh
yeah, Josh
Allen.
Allen, Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah, I'd
and then
say
but
four
you
or five. I would say four or
yeah, and
five.
so to be in that space, what I'm getting at with Lamar is to be in that space is a great like that's in a situation, especially like you're in that class of QBs in NFL history who, as long as you was available, the team had there was hope in the locker room and in the organization, and so he's the real deal. And so a lot of guys out there, but Ravens versus Steelers, you got Lamar Jackson, with the like you said, beat up roster, but a lot of the defensive guys are there though. They do have a lot of the defensive guys are there and healthy, especially Roquan. And so when you got Roquan still at linebacker, you still got um the other linebacker that came from LSU. want to say his name is something Ray or something Rice. Something I forget his name.
Yeah, I'm not
Um,
sure. I'll give
um,
them. I'll give them the one benefit of the doubt. I thought because of how they looked week one, with the addition of the Indianapolis Colts loss, I was very low on them. I was like, oh, this team sucks. This team sucks. However, little did I know the Texans are actually a really good football, or not really good, but they're a good football team. So that loss makes it not as worse now. So we'll
we
just
got
see.
Marlon. Well,
We'll just see.
they beat the Texans, but
No,
yeah,
no,
they
that's what
got
I'm saying. I thought
yeah,
they struggled. Lamar Jackson struggled in the
yeah,
first half of that game, bad. But now it's not even because it was Lamar Jackson at this point. I'm actually like really saying like the Texans are maybe just a tough team to beat.
yeah. And then they got Marlon Humphreys is coming back. Like this team is coming to form, and you know
We'll
their
see.
wide receivers are there, so
It's
we'll see what
always to
happens.
me. It's always a week by week thing with the Ravens. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, Gator, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of fun right
Yeah, let's
now.
see. Let's
I'm
see if you
definitely gonna
can.
put
Let's
this
see if
up
you can
all
get
across.
these. Let's see if you
Let's
can
put
get
this
some
up.
of these. I got
Yeah,
three. I got three teams that you're gonna try to guess. The only thing I'm gonna give you is their offensive overalls in Madden. I want to see if you
yeah,
could pick them out. All right, so let's have a little bit of
okay,
fun here. I wish there was more people here. It would have been a little more fun, but
that's
um,
fine. So does
I'm
the
gonna give you.
graphic tell
I'm
me?
gonna
Does
give
the
you.
graphic tell me? Does the
Yeah, I'm gonna
graphic tell
read
me
it.
the
I'm
answer?
gonna read it too.
Let me ask this: does the graphic tell me the answers,
No,
or
no, no,
no? Okay,
no.
so I could look at the
You
graphic.
can look at the graphics, and I'll
Okay,
read it to you as well. So I started off a little easy. I'll give you a little hint on this one. The QB is a little low in my opinion. The 88 is a little low in my opinion, but we got a
that's some
quarterback
hints.
at 88. The running backs 84, tight end 87. Their wide receiver one is a 93. Their wide receiver two is an 88, and their wide receiver three is a 73. Try to figure out that
This
team. I'll give you two guesses, and I'm gonna tell you the answer. We're gonna move on to the next one.
the tight end is a 87.
Yeah, this one's the easiest one too. So
That is interesting. This is easy. Are you kidding?
this one's easy. The hint that I gave you too should kind of point it out.
Matter of fact, all right, I'm gonna. This is a lot of fun, by the way, and this we might have to keep this. We might have to keep this segment in there.
We could do a basketball
Um,
one too.
we might.
2K
Yeah,
ratings,
maybe,
starting
maybe,
lineup,
but
2K
the
ratings.
Madden ones, but Madden ratings are a real thing out there. You know what I mean? Like that's like 2K don't really be fiending like the Madden ratings, you know, be going. But so let me think about this. It's only the running back is only an 84. You're making me want to freaking buy Madden, man. I hate you. I'm so focused in life right now that I ain't
Look
got
at
no
the wide
time for
receivers
Madden.
too. Look at the wide receivers
I know
too.
I'm noticing that. I'm noticing that, you know, premier wide receivers, obviously. Um, ooh, ooh, no, it's no way they only got him at an
I did
88
say
for
it was low.
quarterback.
I did say it was low.
So the one guess I'm gonna go is the Eagles.
You got it. That is the
Let's go.
Philadelphia Eagles. He is 1 for 1.
Wait, who is the guy? Who's the running back? Is it
Swift.
Swift?
Yeah.
Swift for the
That's
84,
that's
and the
fair. 84 is fair.
Dallas. Oh, they gave Dallas Garner the 87. Wow, he's high. Okay,
1 for 1.
okay.
This one's a little trickier.
This one is trickier. Let's see. I'm looking at the team, so that does make it easier. Um,
We got the again quarterback to me is a little low. Um,
Chiefs 73.
yeah, that's bad. 97 for their wide receiver one. Their halfback is also a 94. Wide receiver two is an 82, and a wide receiver three is an 80. So they got pretty decent receivers. 74
Uh,
tight end. This
who
one's a
in
little
the
trickier.
world? Who in the world could this possibly be? Um,
And if you're in the chat, you could play along as well. Don't look at chat, King, just in case people be. I don't think
I'm
there's
not
anybody.
looking at
I don't think
chat.
there's
I'm just
anybody here, but
yeah, I get it, but it's gonna
in
get
the
crazy. It's
future
gonna
there
get
will
crazy.
be. In the
Yeah, it's
future,
gonna
it
get
definitely
crazy.
will.
I know it's gonna get crazy. Let me see who has a premier back in their backfield with the with
Yeah, I
the
was about to say you
with
got to
a
be looking at the wide receiver first here. Like
serious.
97, 97's like
So it's all right. So it's whoever has a so it's a premier wide receiver and premier running back. Like, that's insane how they got both. What team is this? Like, this team must be a team that is doing work right now. Um,
This
and
one's
I
a little
would I would have
tricky.
said
The
the
quarterback
49ers.
is definitely higher. Yeah, I don't know what they have him as a 73. It's disrespectful, to be honest.
I would have said the 49ers, but George Kittle is obviously 74. So I can't go that route. And but who has what the this one is
The
tough. Like you said,
last
this
one's the
one is
toughest
tough.
one. The last one's the toughest one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
When you get it, you're gonna be like, oh wow, this one was easy. When you
This
get
one
it.
here?
When you
All
get
right.
it,
All right.
yeah.
Wait. No, because I would say the Bengals, but there's no way they did Joe Burrow that dirty.
No,
There's no way they
no.
did him that dirty that quick. Like, there's no way. That's not even possible. All right, so I'll try to move it. I'll try to move it along. I'll try to move it along because we got to get to other topics.
No, we just got our
I'll
picks
be
next. That's it. You
okay.
could take your time. Unless you want to do the
Okay,
old school one.
no. We'll wait for the old school, new
Yeah.
school. We'll wait for the old school, new school. Um, yo, Christian, this is hard, bro. Because what team has a horrible quarterback? Well, you said it should be higher
I think it should be.
with the elite running 94 running back. What team out here has got a 94 running back and a 97 receiver? Let me see the other receiver. You said look at the receivers. 82 is the other receiver. Man, I can't go Dolphins because there's no way there's nobody in that backfield with a 94, dude. Like, are you
Tyreek
kidding
Hill, I'm
me?
pretty sure, is like a 99 in Madden.
98, I think. Um, you know who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Deshaun Watson. I mean Browns.
The Browns.
I'm
So you
wrong.
got Amari Cooper at a 97? Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
giving you
tight
an
though.
X. I'm giving you an X. You got one more guess
Okay.
because you said it. When I tell you who it is, if you don't get it, you're gonna be
Oh, I
sick.
know who it is. I know who it is. I know who it is. I know who it is. Woo! Good job, King. It's the Oakland Raiders.
Hey,
It's
he
the Las
got
Vegas
it.
Raiders.
He
Oakland
got
Raiders.
it. He got it. 2 for 2.
Let's go. I'm nice, man. I call this the Shador. I call this the Shador.
That one was a little tricky, but Josh Jacobs is
I
the
forgot
94.
about Josh
Jacoby
Jacobs.
Myers is the wide receiver 2. Hunter
What
Renfro is
tripped
the wide
me up,
receiver 3.
what tripped me up about what you said was that the quarterback should be better rated. And
73 is
so
crazy. 73 is
and
crazy.
so that's what tripped me up because I actually thought you was right about that.
You're saying Jimmy Garoppolo is a
No, I'm trolling.
73?
I'm trolling. He's like a 74. I'm trolling.
Oh, yeah. He's like a 78 to 82. 80,
Oh,
82 on the Niners. Last
okay.
one. I should have probably just did one of these because I'm going to run out of them if we do them again. We got, this is the hardest one. We got their wide receiver 1 is a 91. Wide receiver 2 is an 85. 76 is their wide receiver 3. Their quarterback is a 76. And their halfback is a 76 as well. And a 74 tight end. This one's tough.
Is it 91, 85, 76, 76? So I
Oh,
can't
they
think of
got
running
some
back.
decent wide receivers
No.
over there.
Oh, I know who this is.
No way.
It's Tampa Bay.
Oh,
Buccaneers.
that was
I'm
good.
nice. I'm nice
That
like
was
that.
good.
I'm
That
nice
one
like
was like
that.
the
I'm
fact that you
nice.
got that one that quick, because that's
I'm
tough.
nice like that. I'm nice. Good.
The-
Well, I know who my
I would
team
have
is.
thought
Like,
Mike Evans was a little higher. But
no,
I guess
but
it's
I know that they
pretty.
pooped on him. He should be higher, but it's just you know how Tampa Bay used to be my team. So when I like I used to play with them all the time. Like so when I see their ratings, I'm like, we ain't never had a halfback, so that's giving me halfback vibes. We ain't never have a quarterback, so that's giving me James Winston.
I gotta put the Giants on here for Batman when next time he's on the show. I'm gonna have to do that. See if he gets it.
I don't think he understands the Madden ratings
I think
though.
if you could explain, if you, it's not hard. If you explain like
Yeah,
out of
yeah, maybe,
100. All
maybe, maybe.
right, we
All
got our
right, that
picks.
was fun. That was fun. Moving on. We have our picks for Sunday
You want me to go
coming
first, or
up.
you want to go first?
You take it away, buddy. You can go
Okay.
first. You can go
I had to
first.
put the right graphic on then. Whoops, that is not the right graphic. It is Gators picks. My lifetime is 44-20. That's my lifetime. So let me get the picks up. Actually, 44-21 now, because I definitely had the Commanders last night. So, all right, 9:30 game again. NFL got to stop doing this to me. I'm not trying to wake up that early. That's probably torture for you guys on the West Coast. Jesus.
I love it. I love
Do
it.
you?
Cause
Okay.
soon as I wake up, it be a game on. Like soon as.
Oh, okay. That works for you then. Not for me. I be sleeping till 1 o'clock.
I'm early, for whatever I've become an early person. Like
It
I'd
probably
rather
probably
sleep.
because of your job.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go Bills. Colts, Titans. I think the Titans are finding their way. I'm gonna go the Titans. They started off
Uh,
slow.
uh,
They started off slow. The
you
Titans
ain't
started off
like the
slow.
Titans
I did
preseason,
not like
though.
the Titans. I did not
You
like the
like
Titans,
them
but
now, huh?
their defense is growing on me. I don't know if it's because of how bad Joe Burrow is hurt, but their defense was getting after Joe Burrow. That D line was cooking. So
Bro, we
I'm
know
not
they
even
got
gonna
that.
entertain that one. I already said I would go Steelers. I like. Wow, wow. This is sick because I took the Saints to win the division, but I'm gonna go Patriots at home here. I think
Definitely.
Bill Belichick figures that out. Derek Carr's underperforming on the Saints. I thought their offense would be a lot better. Their offense has been putrid. I mean, putrid. So, Bill Belichick defense now. I know they're injured, but I'm not going to entertain this Lions one. I'm going to take the Falcons at home here, only because they play a lot better at home. I am not. Get Desmond Ritter out of it at Atlanta. I'm over that shit. But
I wish we
they
had
win
us
at
to
home.
say
But they win at home. They win that game at home.
finally,
They're a much better. They're yeah. The
I
Falcons.
don't
The
know
Falcons
what's
really could. No. I'm not even joking, King. The Falcons would be a Super Bowl level caliber team if they went out and got Kirk Cousins. If they went out and traded for Kirk Cousins right now, they might be the Super Bowl favorites. I'm not even
it would
tripping.
not be a Super Bowl team.
Their defense is tough, and
Uh,
their running game, nah, they gotta get Kirk Cousins.
Run
They
game
gotta
is
go out there
fire.
and get. They gotta go get Kirk Cousins, or they gotta get Justin
No,
Fields. Get Desmond Ritter out of Atlanta, because they're not gonna lose enough games to get a good draft pick. So get Desmond Ritter out of Atlanta. Get Kirk Cousins or Justin Fields,
it's
and
funny in the
let's
off
go.
season. I don't know if you heard they was about to they was super close to making a Kyler Murray deal.
They
Super
should
close.
do that as well. Something, because this ain't gonna work. It's
No,
not
I
gonna
don't know
work.
if
They
it's
need to be
still.
able to throw the football because Drake London is really that guy, and he can't, he cannot. This dude cannot get him the ball. Like he
I
cannot
tried
get him the ball.
to tell you this.
Eagles, Rams. I'm gonna go Rams at home. I don't like the Eagles, man. I think they're fluky. I really do. I think a team is gonna really punish them. Cooper Kupp is back. I got the Rams in an upset.
Mm.
I got the Bengals. They figured it out. This is a must win, so they'll figure it out. At the Chiefs, the Vikings suck. I don't care how many points the Vikings put up. They could put up 40, they'll still lose. I'm gonna go Broncos here. I don't like the Jets either. Low scoring game here. 10-9 Broncos. Niners. Who would I be if I chose against the Niners in this game? And the Raiders. I'm picking a lot of home teams this week. I think a lot of home cooking this weekend. A lot of home cooking this weekend. A
I like
lot
it.
of road dogs, a lot of road favorites this weekend. Those are traps Be careful of that. Those are traps.
I like your picks. Give me my win for the Bears, please.
You did. You took. No, you did not take no Bears. Oh, we gonna
I
roll the
did
tape. We gotta
Bears.
roll the tape. I'm gonna roll the tape on that one. But we'll.
Roll the tape. Roll
We
the tape.
are. We're definitely rolling the tape. I'm
Go
90% sure
go
you
get
took the
that receipt.
Commanders.
Go get that receipt so that the money could
I'll
be
give it
right.
to you for now. I'll give it to you for now. Let me refresh the
All
page.
right. Listen, in this matchup with Jags and the Bills, man, this is going to be an interesting game.
Very
I'm
interesting.
stuck. I'm stuck. I'm really torn here, but I'm gonna go with my Super Bowl pick, Buffalo Bills.
Isn't that crazy? We wake up to that game and then finish with the Niners. Oh my God. This is a great Sunday. This is a great football Sunday.
Going with the Buffalo Bills. Tennessee at Colts. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna lie. I don't particularly like what I see from Tennessee. I'm going with the Colts, even though Tennessee I had to win the division, but
Tennessee whooped Cincinnati last weekend.
they're
Wow.
throwing me off. They're throwing me off. Giants at Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins. That's a scary one because Giants might upset the Dolphins. I
Nah,
just
don't
got
do
a
that.
bad feeling.
Don't do
Bad
that.
feeling. Got a bad feeling.
Not in
Saquon,
Miami. I don't
got a
think
bad
Saquon's
feeling.
gonna play. I don't think he's gonna play. We'll see. I
I'll
don't think
leave
he's
it.
gonna
I'll
play.
leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Ravens at Steelers. Give me Ravens. Saints at Patriots. I'm really not liking what I'm seeing from these Patriots. Give me the Saints.
I don't like what I'm
Um,
seeing from either team in that game.
Panthers. Panthers at Lions. Give me Lions. Texans at Falcons. Give me Falcons. I agree with you on that pick. I think this is a one of my locks is these Falcons. I don't think the Texans are built to stop the way the Falcons play football right now. Eagles and Rams. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Rams as well. I do like the Rams in
Let
this
me switch the.
matchup.
I forgot to switch the real quick.
Do I got to re-go?
No, no, no.
Okay. Um,
Your overall record is 38-26. You are 6 games behind me at the chase right now. So you catching up. You're catching up
I got
slowly but
Rams.
surely.
Got the Rams against the Eagles. I got the Bengals at
Wait,
Cardinals.
who'd you took the Eagles?
I took the Rams.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to take the Cardinals over the Bengals. I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Vikings. I lied. Give me the Vikings over the Chiefs. Give me the Jets over the Broncos
You didn't learn from last week.
and, and give me the Cowboys over the
You
49ers. I
didn't learn
told you.
from last week.
I told y'all that Jets
You would have
game
been
with the Chiefs was gonna be
15-1.
I told y'all that Jets game with the Chiefs was gonna be close. So I almost had it. Almost had it. I don't like nothing I'm seeing out of Las Vegas right now. Give me the Packers.
If Garoppolo's back.
He was I don't want to hear
Mr. 73.
it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Let's get into our let's get into our week 5 parlays, Christian. Gator.
Yeah, so I don't think we did two. I think we went 2-3 last week. I have to update the record. Your dad got one of them, right? Was one of our five. We did bad, but we're still positive for the season so far. So
What is he got? What did he
he had Dallas.
Oh,
I think that was the easy. That was really a lock.
he did that.
And I think mine was the. I think I hit the other one. I had the Commanders +9. I think we missed the rest. The
Mm.
Commanders almost won that game. I have to go back and check it. We might. We gotta go back. I gotta go back and check it. We might have been 3-2. We either 2-3 or 3-2. You might have got one of yours right as well. I gotta go back and watch the VOD. But either way,
All right,
we're way over 500 for the year so far, people. So, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put this in a parlay. We like parlays over here. But if you take our picks right now, straight betting, you are winning money. So just listen to these picks. You can put them in a parlay if you want. We haven't hit a parlay yet, but we are positive in straight bets, so we're up units in straight bets for sure. So what you got? What you got? Your first lock, the
I'm
Falcons.
first. I'm first. Um, My first lock out there,
-2.
world, is going to be the Cowboys. Take those Cowboys plus 3.5 against the
4.
49ers. I love that
We
line for the
already
Cowboys.
lost the parlay, guys.
I can very well see the 49ers winning by a field goal, and not a field goal, but like kicking a field goal to win, and they win by 1, or they win by 2, or they win by 3. Like I could see this. To me, is going to be an absolute fight. Like I don't see a team pulling away in this game. Like I don't see a team winning by more than 7. Like I see a field goal deciding game here. Gator, do you disagree?
No, I think it's gonna be a blowout. Well, not a blowout. I said 30-10, but I think it might be 30-13 at one point, and the Cowboys get a late touchdown.
Wow.
My lock of the week really would be the over in that Chiefs game. They don't have overs here, so we'll just play the spread for fun. I like the Chiefs -4. That is my first lock of the week. I don't. Minnesota is a piss poor football team. I mean, putrid.
Wow. Did you put that in that bet you sent? The
What
Chiefs?
the 40 over I alternate spread it. It was 52. I switched it to 46.
Oh, so you put the over on that ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
All right. So that's a lot.
so that's my one lock.
Okay. Okay. Give me, man, this is I'm gonna go another road team here for this lock, and it's going to be your New York Jets. It's something about this Jets team that I'm starting to believe in for whatever, like not even for whatever reason. I like it. No more pitch counts for Brees Hall. Broncos are not going to be able to stop Brees Hall here. Dalvin Cook is looking faster in practice per Robert Saleh. I like the run game versus the Broncos being unguardable. We've seen what the run game of the Miami Dolphins did to this Broncos run game, and the Jets have an opportunity to go ahead and do something like such as well. Give me the Jets on the road plus 2.5.
Bet on none of the 1 o'clock games. My other lock is the Rams +4.5. They might
Wow.
lose. They might lose. They might lose the game, and I'm cool with that. They really might. But I think in LA, this is going to be a lot closer than people think. Eagles struggled at home against the Commanders' offense last week. I think the Rams' offense is better, especially now that and especially now that they got Cooper Kupp back. I think they could run the football, control the clock. They're gonna move. Stafford is gonna move the ball on this team. The Eagles struggled defensively a little bit this year. They can get after the quarterback, but if you block them up front and give yourself a little bit of time to get to your receiver, and I saw what the game plan that the Rams put on the Niners a few weeks ago, and it really looked good in the first half. So, so I at home, I think the Rams can keep it close. They might just cover. They might be down 10 and cover late. They might score a late touchdown and lose by 3. Like it might be a 10-point game the whole game, and then they get a late cover. 4.5 is a lot of points at home for a team getting Cooper Kupp back. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So that's my lock. Those are my locks.
Okay.
So there it is.
Alrighty then.
Some
Those
of
are
them look a
our
little
locks.
sus. Some of them look a little
I
sus
love
this week.
I actually love these locks. I think I
They're
might
a
put
little
that in.
sus this week, but
I might put that in. Well, let me see those locks. What we
they're still
have?
on
What
the
we got?
screen. They're still on. Oh, they're not on the screen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see these locks here, man. I like these locks, man. Look at a screenshot of this. Let's get this screenshotted. Guys, I'm telling y'all, put these locks in on the socials, man.
If you take them singly, like we are literally on fire this year.
Put those locks in
I
on the
think we're up like if we bet $100 on every game, we'd be up $300 on the season so
Hey,
far. Like
start putting these locks
facts.
on socials. Because if
Oh,
like
we could, yeah.
like if we do good, people gonna see that and be like, nah, I'm about to see,
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
let's see what let's see
They
what
about
else
to tune in just for the end of the Friday night
for the
streams.
locks. Yeah, just for the locks, man. I'm telling you, I'm liking these locks, man. We got 3 road teams though. That's insane. Okay.
I personally did not like the 2 that you picked, but
I love
I am literally not gonna question any of this right now because we are on fire. Like the Niners really could win that game and still not cover. So like
I
I'm
love
cool with
these
it.
lots. I love these lots. Anyway, we wrapping up here a little early today, and that is all right. Why? Because this is our show. This is everybody's show.
Yeah,
This is the
sometimes we
world
go
show.
over. Sometimes we
We
go
do
over
what we
too.
want. We do what we want. This is the beauty of having what is yours. You get to do what you want. It's a beautiful
I
thing.
try to tell
Everybody,
people we start at 7:30 and we will end around 9:30, whether it's a little before or a little after, but we will start on time. 7:30 we will start. We did
absolutely,
have some technical difficulties today. I do apologize about that if you were waiting. But
absolutely,
7:30 start time strict, and right around 9:30 we will look to end the stream, whether it's 5 minutes
absolutely.
late or 5 minutes early, right around that time.
That is another under Big Dog Sports Show. God bless. Enjoy
Enjoy the
your
games
weekend.
this week, especially
Enjoy
college
the
football.
game.
We gotta talk about college a little more. There's some fire games this weekend, man. This is one of the best seasons of college football ever. Literally ever. We gotta tune in. Tune in to the Red River rivalry this weekend, Texas, Oklahoma. That rivalry has not been this fucking important in so long. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. College football is really lit this year. Really lit.
We love y'all. Under Big Dogs is out. We can cut it, Christian. We